Okay, hello there, and welcome to another TRL Rips Cards. Today I'm going to be opening this Elite Extra Edition. It's only 5 cards, and you either get 2 autos or memorabilia. And then the Stars and Stripes, same thing. They're different, but they're kind of the same. They're going to be a lot of names that you probably haven't heard of, but still kind of fun sometimes. They're definitely prospects. Stars and Stripes are Team USA players, but some of them are going to be draft prospects like this year, but some of them are pretty far down, like they're pretty awfully young, probably like 16 and under, that kind of stuff. So really they're not going to probably be many of them are not going to make it. So yeah, so that's actually it right there for the Elite Edition. That's all it comes with. The Stars and Stripes, a little bit better. There's a few packs. So anyway, so I guess we'll just start with the Stars and Stripes. We'll save this guy for the end. So yeah, I don't know if I'd get this again. I did one other box of it. It's just kind of, they're just so far out. You're just not going to remember any of these guys. So we got, nobody, you don't know these people. 18 and under, Max Rajic. Oh, Adley Rushman, of course. So last year's #1 overall pick. So yes, that would be a nice auto if that happened to be. I doubt it though. Nolan McLean, 18 and under. So these guys are at least going to have a chance to get drafted this year. Drew Romo. The problem is, 15 and under. Who knows what's going to happen with that guy? The problem is with the high school kids in the draft this year. They were just never seen. If they were a senior, I know they have, if they were really good prospects, they were scouting them. They were in showcases and stuff like that. But their seasons probably didn't even get started, especially in the cold weather states. So Brandon Olivero, 18 under. Spencer Torkelson. So he's going to be the #1 pick, which is a little bit unusual because he's a right-handed first baseman. So first of all, first basemen aren't typically #1, and right-handed guys also. So that tells you what kind of hitter he is if he's going to be the #1 pick, and pretty established. Detroit's going to take him #1. So he must really be able to rake, because otherwise nobody would go that right-handed throwing 1-1. So Anthony Volpe. This is collegiate national team. Alec Burleson. Will Wilson actually was, I wonder if he'll say. I don't remember, but he was a first-round pick last year. Maybe the Giants, I can't remember. But so he's already been a first-round pick, so that's a name at least that you know. So okay. We got Termarr Johnson, 15 and under. Casey Opitz, College National. Here we got our first. It's an auto. So it's an on-card auto. Mick Abel. It's $4.99, so not particularly, rare, but nonetheless, on-card auto. 18 and under team. Mick Abel, maybe. So we will have to give him a Google and see. So see what his deal is. Let's see, what is he? Must be a pitcher. Yep, perhaps possessing the liveliest fastball of all the 2019 USA Baseball national team pitchers. Right-hander nears triple digits on the radar gun with an incredibly fluid, easy delivery. So, all right, pitchers typically aren't, as good to pull one of their autos or anything, but still. Lucas Dunn, college national team. Oh, Andrew Vaughn. So he's with the collegiate national team. Yeah, he would have been the White Sox first round, third overall. So, and he's just like Torkelson, actually. He's the right-handed. Oops, boy, they're just so shiny. It's really hard to see them. If I do like that, it almost blinds it out, especially with the sheet on it. But he went third overall last year. So you had Rushman, Bobby Witt Jr., and then Vaughn. So the White Sox are getting pretty loaded up on prospects, actually. So they've signed a lot of Cuban guys. Oh, we got this is something else here in this pack. So Ben Hernandez, 18U, Reed Detmers, College U. And here we got Colton Cowser. And that is a signal. Okay, so that's a signature and a patch. So that is kind of cool. Get both there. So it's an RPA. Well, not really rookie. I guess pre-rookie patch auto. So collegiate national team Colton Cowser. So I wonder if he. Oops, I got my thicker top loaders over here. I don't know. That name kind of sounds familiar, but I don't know if he's probably already been drafted if he's a collegiate national team player. So anyway, Colton Cowser. What's he play? I guess doesn't even really say anything about him. So he's got a bat, so I take it he's a fielder of some kind, not a position player. So okay. Well, Pete Crow Armstrong, 18U, and Tyler Brown, collegiate. Well, so they kind of, it says you get either a relic or two autos. So I mean, at least we got two autos, both numbered to $3.99. The $4.99 here. The patch auto is $3.99. So, but at least they're both numbered. Period. So could be a lot worse. So Justin Foscue, 18 under. Oh, this is kind of neat. That's the 15U checklist. So actually, that would be kind of fun to look back in 5 years, or well, not even that, 3 years really, to see if any of these guys are top prospects, or if they're going to be drafted. Oh, Max Meyer, he's a Minnesota guy actually, University of Minnesota, and he really climbed up the charts. He's only about 6 feet, but he's got he's really athletic, and they think he can stick as a starter. So, 6 feet, 185, but he throws really hard. It says strike tossing, but he's tough. He'll probably be in the top 5. So 4 or 5. There's a couple of college pitchers. So it'll be like Torkelson, and then this guy from Vanderbilt, and then a couple of college pitchers probably. And then probably he might slip into number 5 or 6. So he's going to be a high pick. Austin Martin here. Speak of the devil, this will be the number 2 pick right here. Austin Martin from Vanderbilt. So it'll be Torkelson, him, and then either probably Hancock or I forgot the guy's name. Cole Wilcox. Could be Meyer even. He might even slip in there. So up to probably not 4th, but 5th. He's got a real good shot there. 5th, 6th. I don't think he'll go any further than 7th. So Matthew Mathias, 15U. Oh, Garrett Mitchell, UCLA guy. He'll probably be a top 10 pick. Really pretty toolsy in terms of, not a lot of guys get to college if they're all what they call tooled up, so to speak. They're usually just going to get drafted and sign, and he's one of the few that actually went to college, went to UCLA, and he's not only got the tools, but he's performed really well too. So he'll be probably top 10. He's a type 1 diabetic, actually. So that might be something that, I don't know if that would cause him to drop in the draft. What teams feel about that, over he's a center fielder, so like over the course of, if he plays 140 games, what's that going to look like? So I don't know. Duke Ekstrom, I used to have a dog named Duke. Keston Kierkegaard, college national team. And Arkansas, yeah, he'll be a pretty high pick too, probably in the top 20s, I think. Logan Solomon, yep, started there. All right, last pack here. So we got Chris McMahon, and we got a numbered, kind of a red Luke Waddell, and that is to 249. That was a little different. It was upside down. I thought, that's something's weird here. Luke Waddell, college national team, infield. So interesting. I don't know a ton about him. Kyle Harrison. Okay, this is I think the is it Harrison? It might be. No, that's the wrong guy. I was thinking Hancock. So Brandon Barberia or something like that. 15U. Who knows? Braden Shumaki. All right, that was a Braves first round pick out of Texas A&M last year. And infield, yeah, he was I've talked about him in some of the contender stuff before that I've ripped open. He was third baseman with the Braves, made him a shortstop. So he kind of does look like a shortstop too, actually. And that's where we started, Chris McMahon. So I'm going to have to quick get out the phone and look up Colton Cowser and see what... so Sam Houston State, he was on the... let's see. Colton Cowser prospects, maybe. See if I can get some kind of list here. Kind of tough to say, but I think he's on the... Oh, he's too young, so they actually have him for the 2021 draft. He'll be, like, they've got him as number 5, so he must only be a sophomore now. So, yeah. Okay, well, that's interesting. He could end up potentially being the number 1 pick, even if he's that high already. Mick Abel. And he could do nothing. So, let's see. Mariners. Mick Abel is with the Mariners. No. He's with Oregon State. And, potential top 10, if not top 5 pick in the 2020 draft. So, interesting. Good deal. So, those are actually pretty good autos then. Could be top 5, top 10 guy. And for 2021, could be listed right now at number 5. So, yeah, that's real good. All right, so now the Elite Extra Edition. So this is going to be kind of the same thing. Some of these guys are in Pro Ball already, though. So let's see. We got, wow, that's shiny. Chicago, Braylon Marquez, I should say. All these guys are. Graham Stinson, number 231. Believe it or not, I think I have this card already. I know I have 2 Graham Stinson. Well, maybe one's an auto. I think it's this one though. So I'm pretty sure. I think he went to Duke and was drafted by maybe the Rays, I think. So. Number to 231, that's kind of cool looking, I guess. So here we got an auto right the next boom, and that is Ryan Garcia, Texas. So don't know that guy at all. Let me get this in the top loader, then I'll read all about it. So Ryan Garcia, Texas faithful, having one of his favorite pitchers of all time be Nolan Ryan. He was at UCLA. As a junior, went 10-1 with a 1.44 ERA. That's pretty dang good. So round 250th overall. So yeah, it doesn't look like the biggest guy. Yeah, 6 foot 180. So again, I was just talking about that with Max Meyer. Yeah, starting pitcher, that's a little on the small side. Depends on how athletic they are. If they're able to, Jose Barrios is a smaller guy. He's like 6 foot. So Trevor McDonald, numbered to 250 with San Francisco. That is drafted round 11. So yeah, nothing great. And then Hunter Bishop. All right, Hunter Bishop was a first rounder. Numbered all the way to 999, so there's plenty of them out there, but nonetheless, he was 10th overall, actually, yep, to San Francisco, so 6'5", 210, and going into last year's draft, actually, he was one of those guys that wasn't, he was certainly known, but wasn't hugely on the radar, and so I was listening to the podcast, the Prospect Pipeline podcast with baseball MLB Network guys, and they said, if it were this year and the season couldn't go on, he would have been a guy who probably slipped because he kind of just kept getting better as the season went on, and super good power and tools, bats left, throws right, but up until it was kind of a little bit of a surprise how well he came on at the end. So, well, that is it, I guess, for the kind of different extra edition as well as the Stars and Stripes. So I probably get more excited about those prospects and the draft and stuff like that than a lot of people do. So I always kind of do enjoy this kind of stuff. So I guess kind of just a recap here. So Trevor McDonald, San Francisco, late round, 11th round guy, numbered to 250. Nothing great. Hunter Bishop at least was a first round guy, but numbered all the way to 999. Decent second round pick auto here. And then Graham Stinson, numbered to 231. Just a relic. Team USA. Actually, that should have been over in this pack. So they're both Panini product, but so that's why I guess it does say Elite Extra on here. But and then the autos here pretty good. Looks like this guy is going to be kind of a top 5, top 10, prospect in 2021. Colton Cowser, and then this guy, it looked like had a chance to sneak into the first round this year still. So from that was just a quick Google on my phone, so I don't know, maybe I'm missing something, but it's a sticker. That's an on card, so that's decent. And then just a few kind of notable guys here. Shimaki was a first rounder. This Luke Waddell, numbered to 249. Oh yeah, numbered. I better keep that separate. Garrett Mitchell is going to be a first round pick this year, probably top 10. Austin Martin, probably going to be number 2 overall. Max Meyer, I'm going to peg him at 5th right now if I had to. Andrew Vaughn, number 3 last year. Will Wilson, somewhere, I don't think it says, but first round. And then Spencer Torkelson is going to be the first. So look at that, back to back. So this year, probably first round pick or first overall pick. And last year, Adley Rutschman, first overall pick. So, all right. Well, thanks so much for watching, and have a great rest of your day or night.